Hi everyone, my name is Martin, and this is Grace and Truth Talks with Martin Ways. And today is a beautiful day. This is a beautiful hour because it is being made by God, the sovereign God, the Lord above all, the King of Kings. The gracious God has made this day, has made this minute, has made this hour. And so it's an opportune time for me to share my heart around grace and truth. And I like to make give you a bottom line of all my sharings and all my talks. They're based on two important words, and the first one is grace. And grace to me is the end of man, the beginning of God. And then truth is the highest standard of living as presented and as held by God. And so when you mix grace and truth, then it's simply a calling by God, a calling by God for man to live to the highest standard of living in relationships, in business, in career, in overall life, but using his power by his enablement, by his ability, by his grace. So grace and truth is about come out from hiding, come out from your weaknesses, come out from your failure, come out from your hurts and pains, and then live to the highest standard of living. And it means a life of happiness, a life of peace, a life of tranquility, a life of supply, a life of success without toiling, a life of success with rest. Welcome and enjoy. So, today I want to talk about the state of mind or the state of your spirit that can gives room for the grace of God to work in your life. Grace of God is God's power, God's ability to move you from nothing to something, to move you from nobody to somebody, to move you from brokenness to being filled up. Is to move you from being ugly into beauty. It moves you from hiding to a place of you are exalted and you're like a city built on a hill. The grace of God is that power that changes you literally. It changed a murderer into an apostle, into a preacher. It changed Paul, that we know was a persecutor of Christians, but he became the voice of reason, the voice that brought the gospel of grace, that explains the gospel of grace. It's grace in action. Grace changes you literally from who you're not into who you truly are. So, grace needs one thing from you and me, and it needs surrender. It needs you coming to the end of your knowledge, coming to the end of your experience, coming to the end of your social connections. It means coming to the really end of you so that God can begin. I want to ask you this question. You've always had this knowledge, you've always had this experience, you've always had this social connection. But I ask you what? Why haven't all this been able to take you to the next level of your life? Why haven't you been happy? Why haven't you been having peace? Why haven't you had a nice, successful, blissful marriage? You've had it all, but you got nothing from it. You know why? Because it was never meant to be of good anyway. Without God, you can do nothing. God is a true, Jesus is a true vine, you are the branch. Unless you're buying in the branch, you'll never do anything fruitful. So surrender is the name of the action you need to do. And that is all you need from God. And you'll get His grace. You'll get His supply of riches, supply of provision, supply of health, supply of peace. He is who you are yet to experience. But you know what? Connect with His grace, connect with His love, connect with His ability, and all you'll enjoy is life. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you listen and watch. Share this with as many people as possible. Forever, I'm your brother in grace and truth, Martin Wise.